In our most recent homily hint, I said the role of leadership is to diminish complexity so practice growth can occur without dentists becoming workaholics or burning out. Leadership is a sustainable solution to reducing complexity without forcing yourself to work beyond a reasonable capacity and energy. Here's a conceptual diagram showing how leadership skills can minimize complexity and enable a renewed upturn in practice growth. The critical point is that growth returns in the presence of leadership without significantly increasing work effort. In other words, leadership is the secret sauce of working smarter, not harder. It's been my experience that generally the first 5 years of practice growth is due to acquiring new clinical skills and experience that take practices to the plateau. Typically, it takes dentists a few years to realize they're on the plateau, then maybe a few more to go through trial and error solutions attempting to grow off of it. Again, based on my experience, as dentists hit the 10-year mark in practice and struggled on the plateau for the last few years, they become open to developing leadership skills. As you can see in this illustration, complete care practices have two growth curves: clinical skills and leadership skills growth separated by a plateau. Now, it's tempting to think, why not develop leadership skills earlier in practice growth and prevent the plateau? Yes, that would be smart. But the reality for most dentists in their early years of practice is they're overwhelmed with the nimble pace of practice, learning the ropes with patients, dealing with dental labs, and all the while trying to enjoy their domestic lives and young families. So a deep dive into the personalized leadership program usually doesn't fit into a young dentist's free time, budgets, and most of all, they don't have the mindset necessary for broad leadership development. However, they can take small initial steps towards steady leadership development. Based on over 30 years of experience working with young dentists, the first leadership habit to develop is listening well. Here's why. In its largest context, leadership is about influence. You can influence patients to make good healthcare decisions and team members to succeed and feel better about themselves. However, you can't influence others unless you understand them. And understanding others requires listening to them. Many dentists, especially young ones, overwhelm patients with long-winded descriptions of their conditions and over-explain clinical procedures. Dentists are too quick to offer complete care to patients while never understanding why they want it or whether they're ready for it. Listening well is free and it fits into every dentist's budget. Let me add that listening is not just waiting for your turn to talk. What competes with listening is being too eager to offer treatment solutions immediately after learning about patients' concerns. Resist offering solutions too soon. Instead, be curious. Be curious about how patients' conditions affect their lifestyle, what's going on in their life now that makes dental care important, and how dentistry must fit into their budgets and schedules. Good leadership starts with listening well. I suggest you start now. Our next homily hint discusses leadership development for mid-career dentists stuck on the plateau. If you missed my previous lessons, don't worry. Just go to my YouTube channel and catch up. Thanks for listening. To successfully advance your career, the critical skill you must master is being an engaging, memorable, and influential speaker. My workshop, Just Because You're an Expert Doesn't Make You Interesting, is the fast track to building speaking skills you'll need to get where you're going. To learn more about this workshop, click the link in the description or the first pinned comment below.